We now know what the 4 main panels at Star Wars Celebration Japan are going to be. Released on the official Star Wars Celebration site, they announced what panels are going to be available for Celebration now. And they usually announce it just a few days before, maybe a week before, but they've told us like a month and a half beforehand. So let's get into what's going down. So this is only a 3-day celebration, with the first day being Friday. Now this is going to be the Mandalorian and Grogu celebration panel. This one, like them all, are pretty obvious ones, and I'm very excited for this. If there's going to be a trailer release, do it at Celebration. All the previous movies that have come out, all the previous shows that have come out, the big trailers that have been released has been at Celebration and then subsequently online. Cast your mind back to 2023 Celebration Europe. That is where they released the official Ahsoka Season 1 trailer. That went crazy. That was one of the most, I think, actually, I'm gonna just someone fact check me here. I think it might be the most watched Star Wars show trailer, but I might be wrong there. But it was very big. People were talking about it. It was a pretty crazy trailer, and it was really awesome to see. And especially with Mando Grogu movie being a movie and not a show, I think it's going to be even bigger. The Mandalorian is really the biggest, most iconic thing of Star Wars for the past few years, especially for the general audiences. This movie's set to come out in about a year's time, so it's about the time where we would get the first kind of official teaser trailer. We've gotten a lot of pieces of information about this movie. You know, we have the Jeremy Allen White rumor of him playing Stinky, which is, I can't believe that's a sentence I said. Sigourney Weaver going out doing some press stuff for other movies and talking about how she's in this movie. There's a lot of things that have been confirmed that are going to be in this movie. I would assume that this panel, they'll probably have John and Dave come out. They'll probably talk a bunch about it, how fun it was to film. This is like a prediction. I'm not certain about this, but this is just what I would want. Try and give Pedro a really big paycheck to just fly out to Japan for just one day to come out as a surprise guest for this panel. Full credit to Lateef Crowder and Brandon Wayne for continuing on the more physical aspects of Mando going into like season 3 of Mandalorian. But I would love Pedro to come out as a surprise guest in this panel. At the very least, we should get a teaser trailer from this Mando Grogu panel, and also get some sort of confirmation of Sigourney coming out, even maybe John and Dave for sure going to be there being like, hey, this was a good time, and Dave with his hat being like, yeah, we had fun, and then John being like, oh, yay. It'll pretty much just be that. I'm assuming. Now Saturday, it's a 2-for-1. We got 2 panels on Saturday. Very exciting. We got Andor, a Star Wars story. I love that they're going back to that branding of a Star Wars story. Just going back to the roots of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Someone, like, I'll bet $100 that they will do a secret screening of Andor at this panel. If not at this panel, later on in the evening for the people that were at this panel for the Andor. Because the show comes out like 2 days after the final day of Celebration. Like literally this is on a Saturday. This show comes out on the following Tuesday. There's already confirmed a lot of Andor actors and Rogue One actors heading to Celebration. You know, we have Diego Luna. We have Alan Tudyk, who plays K2SO. We have Mads Mikkelsen. We have a lot of Rogue One kind of guest stars at the Celebration doing autos and photos. So I think they'll probably just do a big, yay, Rogue One storyline, yay, Rogue One cast, and Andor cast. Surprisingly, there wasn't a lot of this kind of side characters like the Deirdre Romeros or Bix Colleen, like any of those, forgive me for not forgetting their names for a second, actors' names. They haven't announced a lot of those actors to be and actresses to be at this celebration. I'm surely they'll bring them over for the panel. Surely they might not be available to do photos and autos, but surely they're going to come out for this panel. So they'll probably just talk about the show. They've been doing this for so long now. It'll just be a big appreciation panel. Now the other panel, the big one, the juicy one, the one I will die to get to, is the Ahsoka panel happening on Saturday as well. Makes sense. We've had season 1 of Ahsoka, and they usually do that the next celebration after a show that has come out. They usually do a big panel about the show so we can kind of have a look back to it. A lot of season 1 fun, drama. We know Hayden's going to be at the celebration. We know Rosario Dawson's going to be at this celebration. Not too many other Ahsoka official cast members doing photos and autos, but again, remember, sometimes they just fly in, do a panel, say hey, talk for an hour, and then leave again. They might just not have availability to do signing. Another thing to keep in mind is that they're in the middle right now of filming season 2 of Ahsoka. So the availability of a lot of these guys will probably fairly tight, but I think this will be at least Dave Filoni and at least Rosario Dawson sitting down, talking about season 1. They'll probably do a big hype up, a big appreciation, and give thanks to Ray Stevenson, who unfortunately passed away before he could get all this appreciation for his work as Baylan Skoll. So I think this will be just a really fun look back of Ahsoka Season 1. I think there's a lot to break down as well. I would love to hear just Dave talking about, in real life, what it was like bringing Hayden back and all those kinds of things. So that's going to be a really exciting one. I'm not holding out hope for a trailer, but again, if they were to drop it, maybe just a little teaser, a little something, just like they've been working on it for quite a few months now. So cast your mind back. This is like fact from 2022 Celebration, is that they had only started filming Ahsoka for a month. I want to say like a month, maybe even two, barely. And they had something to show. They had that scene of Ahsoka in the ruins. They just had like a few movements and a few stills from that. So they'll have like 3, 4, 5 months of filming under the belt. Surely they can give us a little something. And the final panel that has been officially confirmed for now is on the Sunday, which is called First Look Star Wars Visions Volume 3. This makes a lot of sense because it's very tied into a lot of Japanese studios who were involved in creating Visions 1 and 2. So I think they're just kind of bridging that gap of, a lot of the country origin studios and also just the cultural connection of this sort of form of media. So they'll, of course, be doing a very, very big panel for that, probably appreciating the first 2 volumes as well, which garnered a lot of praise, and confirmed we have a volume 3 coming along. So I think that's going to be another screening of some sort. We shall find out. Actually, go onto the website. I'll put it on the screen as well for you. There's a dot point in this list of panels that isn't got anything next to it, but it's there. It's just blank. My best guess is this is gonna be on Friday. After this opening ceremony would be the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary panel. I've seen a lot of talk online, how people are saying, that wasn't announced, that's bad. Hold down. I think they're going to hopefully do something very exciting for it. Hopefully it's just going to be a big, big thing. Last week we got confirmed they're doing the theatrical release of Revenge of the Sith, which is amazing. They're doing it in more countries than just the US, which is amazing. And it's just very interesting that they left it blank. So I don't know if they want the surprise reveal because it's pretty, like they've done the anniversary panels at pretty much every celebration. We know that it's the anniversary. Why wouldn't you just announce it? But I might be wrong. It might not be the Revenge of the Sith panel at all. It might be just for the opening ceremony goes there. But who knows? We'll discover. We'll find out. I'll let you know. Anyway, so that's pretty much all the panels, again, officially confirmed panels. There should be more. There will be more. It would be very weird if there wasn't. I'm pretty sure there will be more. And there's little ones on various other stages happening at Celebration as well. Keep in mind, the panels themselves aren't streamed, but the hype and excitement around the panels are insane. I do believe that the live streaming on YouTube, again, the fan stage, which is always such a great way to watch along with Celebration, but make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. I'll be vlogging, doing videos, doing everything to cover every ounce of Celebration this year. So if you're not heading to Japan to get the full experience yourself, you can get mostly the full experience on this channel right here. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell to know when I'm going live, and I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you always choose the RaeSide.